Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I'm Sovereign. Today we're going to be talking about Myth of Empires and the protection timers and how you can set them. Now sorry, this is going to be a little bit low energy because I haven't slept all night. I've got a cold, my son's got a cold, he's had fever and he's been sort of up and down all night, so it's been a bit of a nightmare. But this question has been asked countless times on my Discord, countless times in my DMs and countless times on the official Discord. I was talking to Quixer earlier and we decided that I would do a video guide for you to set your protection time. Now I've done this guide 5 times now and I was trying to figure out why the hell it was like stopping recording, starting recording, stopping recording, starting recording, because I have stop, start on the record applied to one of my num keys, and when I was applying the numbers into the num key thing, it was just turning it on and off. So I had like 18 recordings and bits missing in the middle, and I've done it so many times that I was racking my brain on how I broke it. But anyway, enough of my complaining. Let's get to setting the protection time. Now to start off with, we're actually going to show you the actual boundary marker range. So we're going to show that range. I'm going to show you what it means. So over here we have the white boundary marker. This is what you want to pay attention to when it comes to the actual protection timer. Everything inside of this white boundary marker is going to be protected by your weekly taxed protection time. On the top of the feather in the middle of my head at the background, you'll see that little blue line over in the background. I've got no mouse cursor on here, so I'm just going to use my feather on my head to show you where it is. That everything inside of there is your no decay timer. Now the no decay timer only has to have one payment and the whole week is covered. I will show you how to do that right now real quick before we get to the protection timers. So you want to go into the actual inventory of the boundary marker and you're going to want to donate these resources and these guild activity points, and that will cover you for your no decay timer inside of that blue circle. Now as another quick note, just to upgrade how long you can actually set your protection timer, because we have 35 hours per payment, so it's 105 hours in total. You want to press G, you want to go down here to the guild skill tree, go down to internal affairs, you want to put 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, and you want to put as many points as you can into the increasingly dominant. It starts costing, it doesn't cost much to put a lot of points into this, and every point you put in gives you 1 extra hour per tax payment, which there is 3 of them, to have protection for the next week. I just thought I'd add that in for you. It's just a little side note, so you know before you set the times for next week, upgrade this increasingly dominant as high as you can for that extra protection time. Now, to set your protection time, I just want to start off by saying the time interval you'll see at the top here and the dates that you'll see in here is determined by the server that you're on. So if you're NAEU or Asia, it's going to have different ones there. That's why there's been a little bit of confusion for some people when people have been telling people how to actually put it in. Now, normally when you haven't got a timer, I actually did some testing on this to make sure I had it perfectly down right before I made a video. You can see that I've added a protection timer over here. Now, normally you'll see this and there'll be another one down here for next week. But because I've set the timer, it's going to be sort of, you're going to see one and then the other, but they'll both be there when you open it normally. Now, before we get into actually setting those times and telling you how to set those times right, what numbers you need to put in there, we're going to go into the tax window. Now, the poll tax, head tax, and farm tax are 3 different payments you need to make to get the full protection timer for next week. They always require the same amount of resources: 250 raw meat, low quality flax 200, 200 low quality wheat, and 200 low quality paddies. Now it's going to cost you 5,000 copper coins for the first, 7 for the second, and 12 for the third. So it does add up a little bit of copper coins over time. But if you are in a decent guild who are going to be helping you out and want to have that protection timer, then you'll get them to throw the money in the guild bank. Now it's always going to cost you 28.5k activity points, and you just click, when you have all the resources on there, you just can click pay and it's going to put that through for you. Now when you actually do pay those taxes, you'll see these 2 numbers here. Now it's on both of these up here. You'll see on the right hand side it's how many hours you have to be able to spend once you pay those taxes. On the left hand side is how many hours you are going to be setting. So as you're adding them, we'll just write it in here as a really quick one. I'm not going to use the numpad this time, hopefully, so I can actually record the video properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 0 in there and we're going to put 9 a.m. in there. Now, if you're not working during the day and you're working during the night, then it depends when you're going to be wanting that protection timer set. Now, you have to put the numbers in from 0 to 24. Do not put the semicolon, or do not do like the digital clock layout that it kind of shows you here, like 01 blah 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 to 059 blah blah blah. Don't put that in there like that. Just use 0 to 24, 0 being midnight, 12 being midday, 24 being midnight again on the first way through. One thing you cannot do is actually do, say for instance, you want to go to sleep at 9 p.m. 21 and you want to set that next timer to 9. This will not work. This will not work at all. If you want to do it this way, you'll do 21 and you'll do 0 to 9. Now that will protect you from 9 p.m. till 9 a.m. and you'll see up here, there's the 12 hours put in again for how many hours it's going to be taken out. So you can see how many hours you're putting in, so you don't have to get a calculator out and try and figure that stuff out, or do it in your head if you're smart. I'm not smart, I need a calculator. So this is going to be the first timer for the day. This is going to be the second timer for the day. So now it's just a little bit of a further example. If you're going to be going to sleep at 10 p.m, then you're going to want to put this at 10 p.m. and you're going to put it to 24, which will be midnight. Then the next day you will want to put 0, and then say you're going to be sleeping all night, then you're going to be going to work, and then you're going to be coming back from work at 6 p.m. For example, if you're traveling, it takes you a little bit longer if you're working a 9 to 5. You can put in 18 and that'll be 6, and that's going to be 20 hours for that day, so that you will actually be protected from 10 p.m. at night until 6 p.m. the next day. Now this is very hard to do if you want to do this every day. So we're gonna I keep trying to press the bloody numpad and it's going to stop my recording again. It's already happened twice during this, but at least I noticed it this time. I'm going to be going 1 0 to 18, 22 to 24, 0, 18, 22, 24, 0 to 18. Now this is going to take 80 hours, which we could cover. So you could cover your entire time from when you go to sleep to when you go to work to when you come back to work, and that will be fully covered if you have the up to like the 15 levels in upgraded that I showed you earlier in the guild tech tree. So you can come home and there'll be times where you can literally just set this all night, 100% protected all night long. And if you look at this on here, this is how you would set it. Now you can copy this and put it in there, and once you've paid your taxes, you come in here, you put these numbers in there, you press confirm setting, and you are done for the day. Now this was just going to be a really quick guide on the protection timer. I will be doing a further in-depth guide of the boundary marker and all the things that come with the boundary marker later this evening. I have a little bit of time now, and I spoke to Quicksilver earlier, the community manager of the MOE team, and we decided that we'll do a little quick guide for you guys to get this protection timer set up, because they understand that there's a little bit of confusion with the UI and how this all set out and how it's supposed to be set, and they will be working on this in a much better way. They're just doing all the bug fixing and the exploit smashing while they're watching streamers exploit different things, figuring out why they're doing that, and then kicking them off the game. I do have to give the devs a lot of kudos. They're doing really good work. I've never had such a clean launch of any game ever. So again, hats off to you, Mr. Dev team. Absolutely beautiful work. Remember to like and sub if you enjoy my Myth of Empires content. Remember to share with your guilds and alliances if you need to help them to learn further and to get this video out there. I want to thank you all for watching. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.